Hello, Tang. Hello, everybody. On this, I was going to say Tuesday evening for whatever reason. This Thursday evening. I hope everybody is doing well today. It's almost the end of the week. That is always a good thing. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is surgery day. We will see how that goes. Won't we, Orangey? Yes, we will. Oh, let me bend my feet if I can. Hey, Yoda. You in that tunnel, Yoda? Hello there, Bailey. Hope you're doing well today. Hello there, Bruce, it looks like. Hello there, Richard, if you're here. Phil. Rosemary, if you're here. Sue, if you're here. Cersei, if you're here. Glare Bear, hello, hello. Hello, Alexia. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Yoda always looks cute, doesn't he? With his big old mouth hanging open. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm going to flip the camera over in a moment so I can talk to y'all about the title of this live stream, being that this might be my last live stream ever. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I'll flip this camera over in a second to discuss that. Midnight is staying over at the vet tonight. What's going on with Midnight, Bailey? My wife is calling me a drama queen, or a drama king. She should have just said drama queen. That would have been more funny, I think. Yes, Orangey is my knee. Exciting. Hi, Yoda. I see you from a distance. Hello there, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. Hello there, Tranquil. Hope you're doing well. Bailey, your kitty Midnight has been throwing up the past 5 days. Wow. He hasn't been able to keep any food down. Ooh, that's not good. Hello there, Michelle. That is definitely not good. Hopefully they can figure out what's going on. I wonder if, just thinking here, Bailey, I wonder if the kitty has something stuck, like a foreign object or something, and whenever they're eating, it's just not getting past like a part of the intestine, and it's like there's something going on with it, maybe. Alexa, read your last comment. Don't give up on your live. I know it's hard with the time. Please don't leave us behind. No, so let me flip over. Let me flip over here. Also, hello, Michelle. Bailey the cat, the vet did X-ray and didn't see anything. Sometimes Bailey with X-rays though, it's not necessarily going to show something. Sometimes an ultrasound is in order for something like that. But hopefully they figure it out, Bailey, and please let the community kind of know an update if you don't mind in the future. All right, so let me flip the camera over so I can show my beautiful face to all the people here. I'm just kidding on that one. All right, so actually I have two things. One, I got the colonoscopy report finally, and good news on that. Hello there, Raymond. No cancer detected. The one polyp that they had in there, they removed completely, and I'm good. I'm good to not do another colonoscopy for 10 years. So awesome. Now, it's kind of funny because I was more concerned or worried about this colonoscopy than I am about tomorrow's gallbladder surgery. Now, that being said, of course, it's a surgery, so anything can happen, obviously. Uh, you could die on the operating table. Unlikely. You could have a bleeding issue. You could have a blood clot. Come here, Yoda. You can have some other things that are... Yoda, you just don't want to be on here, do you? Ugh, there. I know. He's like, get off. He's like, I don't want to be on camera right now. All right, Yoda. Hi, Yoda. He says, hello, everybody. But anyways, so that's why I'm saying this could be my last live stream, but it's unlikely that this is my last live stream. Barring, some serious issue, of course. But assuming that I'm still in the land of the living, which I plan to be tomorrow, after my surgery, I will later in that night do a community post just to let everybody know, hey, it went well, and I'll see y'all later in the week. So that's pretty much it. That's the news. Let me see, George, I think you said something. George, you have no internet access. However, went to your local library and ordered 2 copies of the I Am Raven book. Awesome. One for yourself, and you donated one to the library. Awesome. I'll have to eventually check that book out myself. All right, so let me go back. Let me flip back to these cats. Enough of me. I think you all want to see these cats and don't really want to see me too much. But eventually, maybe I'll put myself on the live a little bit more often. Michelle, you're so glad. You're thinking about tomorrow? Yeah, hopefully. Tranquil, I sound dramatic as you. Tranquil, one thing you don't know about me, I do come from a family of drama kings and queens, so my family is very, very dramatic. Raymond, you've had 5 surgeries over the last year, and another one next month. Whew. I'm sorry to hear all that, Raymond, but I hope it's getting better. Phil, it's a super quick read and completely worth it. Okay, about the I Am Raven book. Gotcha. Most people are dramatic. That very well could be. Oh, speaking, George and others, about I Am Raven, Shelley's channel, we have finally kind of ironed out on the 4th of May, May 4th, or the Star Wars people, May the 4th be with you day. We're going to be doing a dual live stream, and it's going to be answering questions, cat-related questions on that. So something to look forward to. Phil, gonna do another live stream while under the influence of anesthesia. No, I don't think I'm going to be live at all on Saturday, Phil. Do you want me to call you Phil or Philip? I guess Phil, since your name's Phil. Or, I mean, on there is Phil. So whatever you prefer. But no, I don't think I'm going to be on YouTube at all on Saturday or probably Sunday. I'm going to just kind of rest on those two days. Just kind of take it easy. Oh, I also wanted to let you all know another thing. On May the 3rd, so on May the 4th, we're going to be doing a dual live stream with Shelley, I Am Raven. And then on that Saturday, we're going to be doing, that's going to be our donation Saturday. We're going to be able to do six places again. I can't even talk right now. 6 rescue groups again. And Phil, yours is gonna be one of them. It's your time. It's altar something. I forgot what yours was called, Phil. But we're gonna be doing that one, and we're gonna be doing some other ones as well. So we'll have some stuff lined up next week. Yoda. Yeah, see, that's my priority. Like my wife is saying there, the last time when I had that colonoscopy and I had to get knocked out, the first thing I guess I asked was about scooping litter. You know, it's funny. I mean, I'm more concerned about these cats than I am myself. So it's like when we do the surgery's set for like 10 o'clock in the morning or something, 10:30 in the morning. And I feel bad because these cats are gonna miss their lunchtime snack. So, hello there, Karma. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody being here, just hanging out with me and these goofball kitties. Yeah, they will. I'm sure they will also, Michelle. It's going to be difficult because, I mean, my wife's going to be scooping the litter also. Yeah, and, I have a particular way I like the litter being scooped. So hopefully I'll be back on my feet in a week or so. Um, Jesse, did you order Easter eggs for the cats? I did not, Jesse. We're not really big holiday people out here, to be honest with you. We don't really celebrate the holidays too much. Uh, Hello there. I'm gonna mess up your name. Is it Consiliga? Consiliga? I'm terrible with names, so I'll apologize in advance. Can I call you something different? But you've also read the I Am Raven book, and it's well written. Awesome. Yeah, those some of you know that I'm like terrible when it comes to pronunciating names. Call you Connie. Okay, Connie is a lot easier. I can remember Connie quite easily. But hello, officially, Connie. I know you've left some comments before, but I think this is your first live. So hello, hello. Hope you're doing well today. I'm glad you're able to finally make one of these live streams. You're able to see these go on for about an hour or so, and we go through all the cats here. We normally start with a couple, then we see a couple more, then we end with Rosemary. If y'all want to say hello to Connie, feel free to. Alexia, yep, we're getting to that. We'll show all the kitties. We're going to hang out with these two, though, for probably a few more minutes. At least 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes, something like that. And then I'll ask everybody, like, who they all want to see next. Hello there, Katie. Been a while. Hope you've been doing well. Jesse, do they prefer the tubes or the cubes? I think it depends on the cat, Jesse. Yoda he likes everything. Tang, I think, is a little bit more of the cube type. So Connie, this particular one right here is Yoda. The one under the bed, the orange cat, the orange tabby, that's Tang. As you can see, Tang is a little bit more chill. Yoda is just a nutcase. Yoda's about 9 years old now, but he still acts like he's a kitten. Hey, Mike, how you doing? What do you feed your cats during summertime and the heat waves? The same food that they normally get. We don't feed them anything different. These cats have a combination of Fancy Feast wet usually, or Blue Buffalo wet, and then Purina One dry. So we don't feed them anything like different in different parts of the year. Yes, Connie. Yoda is quite the crazy little kitty. Michelle, love helping you as much as I can. You are awesome. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you for being a channel member, Michelle, for going on 5 months. If anybody is, I'll just segue into this briefly. I don't like to talk about this stuff too often because I always feel like I'm a bad salesman, like at a used car dealership. But if anybody is interested in channel memberships, we have 3 tiers right now. 99 cents, $2.99, and $4.99. And that goes, of course, with all other channel money. It all goes to cat charities and rescue groups across the world. We have about 25 of them now altogether. And also, if somebody wants to give me a donation place, if you haven't yet, then feel free to. Don't do it in the chat because I'm not going to remember it, but just leave a comment on a video or a short, and I will look into it. And we will add it to the list, and we will donate to them as much and as often as we can. George, your hobby is astronomy. 16,000 on your telescope. Wow. And your cat's cleaning the boxes. That's funny. Hello there, Rev. Sorry I didn't say hello to you quite yet. Hope you're doing well. Michelle, would you be mad at me or mad at you if you went down tonight? No, Michelle, you do what you need to do. If you need to drop a tier or if you need to like drop altogether, then I completely understand. I don't want anybody to be a channel member if it's too much of a financial constraint on them. You got to take care of yourself first and your kitty and your family. So I completely understand. You do what you have to do. So I don't get mad at anybody for that. So all good. Karma, did I check out the donation? Yes, Karma, I did, and I added it to the rotation list. We probably will be donating to them, not this time, but the next month. Or it might be this time, Karma. I'd have to check the list and check to see where we're at, where we are at. Hey, Orangey. Bruce was wondering if text went through, asked Adam a question. Don't know if, Bruce, let me scroll back in the chat. Hang on a second, Bruce. You might need to ask it again, Bruce. Oh, hello there, Catitude. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Hello, Catitude. Yeah, Bruce, I don't see your question. So go ahead and ask it again if you don't mind. Tranquil, if your situation was different, you would definitely be... Oh, no worries, Tranquil. You have a lot going on, obviously, with the kitties, with yourself, with your mom, so no worries. No worries. Just being able to hang out and talk with y'all is also fun, too. Just to kind of... That's building that community. There's a lot of channels that have like lives, but I feel like they don't really interact with their community all that much. They just kind of do silly stuff, and that's just not me. And, especially if I'm trying to build this community up little by little. Bruce, I'll answer your question when we're showing Max and Zelda, but overall they're doing well. Hello there, Cersei. Hope you're doing well tonight, Cersei. Oh, Cersei, I don't know if you heard my my explanation on the title of this live stream or not. Let me know if you did in chat. Yoda, what do you have to say about it, Yoda? All right, guys. I'm gonna give you a choice. Let me know in chat. Okay, Cersei. So let me do a brief explanation. So obviously, let me go back on camera again for a second. Let me flip back over again here. Okay. Hi again, everybody. You got to deal with me and my face again for a few minutes. So Cersei, the deal is, obviously, I'm having a surgery tomorrow, right? Now, odds are probably very good that I'll be fine. But it's a surgery. It's a surgery, so you never know what might happen, right? Um, there might be a complication. You might have blood clots develop. You might pass away on the table. You never know. So that's why I'm saying, this might be my last live, but it probably won't be. But that's the reason I made the title what it was. So I'm sure I'll be fine. But anyways, let me get back to these kitties. And George, let me read your text. There we go. Have you considered a P.O. box? There are those who would like to support your efforts. However, some don't have internet accounts. That is a very good question, George. I really haven't. I don't have a P.O. box, so I would just have to use my home address, I guess, which I feel kind of weird about using my own home address. And I don't feel like, because I think it costs money to do a P.O. box, doesn't it? I wonder how much it costs to like maintain one of those a month. But I might look into that though. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point though, George. I know some people definitely might want to like just like send stuff and things like that. That's a good point. Cersei, do not use your home address. Yeah. I probably won't. That seems like that's just asking for trouble. Yeah, weirdos will find me. For sure, for sure. Where'd all these cats go? Well, all two of them. Oh, the question I was going to ask you all is, what am I saying? Would y'all like to see Max next? Or would you want to see the females? Pandora, Zelda, the baby, Kit, Tiny. Who do you want to see first? Don't use your home address. KT says PO box here is about $25 every 3 months. Oh, that's not too bad at all then. That is definitely not too bad. Yeah. PO box, it's usually a yearly fee. Start having people show up and then they can do a live with me, Phil. Rev is saying the baby, Pandora, Jesse, you don't care. We'll all show up and see you. That would be very interesting. That'd be very interesting indeed. We're gonna save Rosemary for last catitude. I always put Rosemary in the end. I just like to finish up with Rosie. So Rosie's not an option. Sorry. But it looks like what people are saying are the girls first, which is good. And then we'll go hang with Max for a bit. And then we'll wrap up with Rosemary. Because these lives go usually pretty darn quick. We're already at 25 minutes nearly. So we're going to say goodbye to Tang. And we're going to say goodbye to Yoda. And then we're going to try to get up off the ground. And we're going to go visit these females. All right, guys. You'll be let out soon. All right. So, baby. 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 What is it, baby boo-boo? Hi, honey. You're looking nutty. Oh, look, you got Tiny up. Now, Tiny could do with some exercises because Tiny's a porker. Tiny's a fat little kitty cat. She's got a big old butt. Okay, so to answer your question, Bruce, I think it was Zelda, who is over here. Hey, Zelda. Zelda's doing good. Uh, she's pooped. She pooped today, so that's always a good thing when Zelda poops. And she's like, "No, I'm not interested in that." Hey, kit. So Zelda's doing well overall. Um, she's she's like a trucker. She just keeps on moving. Hey, kit. Baby. Baby. She very well could be embarrassed, yes. Sometimes you wouldn't think here. The baby is 13 because she still got some moves. Tiny is not really like a dumpling or like a fluffy dumpling. She's like a big bowling ball, like an 18, like one of those big bowling balls. Jesse, who meows the less? I would say the cat that probably meows the least overall. Probably Tang or Kit. We don't really hear them meow much at all. And then who meows the most is Rosemary, Yoda, Pandora. Connie, this particular kitty, I'm sorry, Connie. This one is the baby. Almond. Her technical name is Almond because she's a nut. But the baby, Kit. Hey, Kit. Zelda. The tuxedo is Tiny. And I'm going to show Pandora a little closer here in a minute once I get over to her. George is saying you're going to be fine. Your dad had just another stent put in his heart on Monday. He's more Darth Vader. I'm glad to hear, George, that your father's, I guess, procedure, or is that a surgery? Procedure went well, and then I hope that he's doing well. Connie, if you have any other questions too, just let me know. Feel free to pretty much ask, anything that you want. I encourage questions. No, yeah, technically Catitude Almond was the name, was like her, where did Almond come from? Wife, if you're listening, or Catherine, or Cat, or Kathy, the 10th cat, where did Almond come from, that name? I don't remember. Maybe it was the person I said her name was Almond. Hello there, Dee. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate the thoughts, the positive thoughts there, Dee. How you doing today? Hope you all are having a better day. Better day than me. Oh, baby, it's mine. Connie, where I live. I live in North Carolina. So we're down south of you. Ontario is on the is Ontario? That's like by New York, right? I think Maine, New York, that up in that area. So we're just directly south of you, I guess. All right, let's go visit Pandora. Pancakes. All right, so this little white kitty cat, this Turkish van kitty cat. Appreciate the $5 super there, Cersei. Thank you very much. Very kind. This is Pandora. Now, Pandora and Baby, they're not related, but they kind of have like one of those sibling rivalry kind of things going on. where they kind of antagonize each other. They're you know they like to hiss and kind of growl at each other from time to time. This is Nine Furballs, or Bruce's favorite kitty, I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I said this before, and I don't remember who knows this or not, but Pandora used to be, in her younger days, she was a blood transfusion cat. She would donate her blood to cats who had like blood disorders or blood issues, and improve their life. So pretty cool, really, with some of Pandora's past. Obviously, I have no idea how many kitties that she helped, um, with those transfusions, but hopefully, she helped quite a few. And, ironically, in a way, now she's again helping other cats across the world. So it's kind of neat. Yes, Rosemary. Cats do have blood types like people. I don't know if I won't say something if I don't know for sure. I know they do have blood types like people, but I do not know though. Like if they have A and then B and then O and then AB and so forth. That I do not know. Yes, George, North Carolina. Yep, yep. Live. We've been out here since 2008. Moved from the oven called Arizona. Catfishing is different than it is. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that, George. I don't really do fishing. I'm not. I can barely cast a pole. So yeah, fishing and me don't mix well. And I'll leave it at that. My wife could probably tell you some funny stories. But yeah, no, I don't do well fishing. Hello there, meme poppers. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yes, meme poppers, I am going to continue doing these live streams. I hope you're doing well there. Meme, do you have kitties yourself? Phil, you miss living in NC. People are generally nicer down south. I would agree with you there, Phil. Overall, every place is different, though. There are good and bad, kind and mean everywhere, of course. What part of I don't know if I asked you before this, Phil. What part of NC did you live in, if you don't mind sharing? KT, you do watch a cat rescue. To they have to type a pregnant cat. If it's certain type, the kittens can't nurse for 24 hours. Interesting. That's interesting, KT. I did not know that. Jesse, you're saying there's A, B, and AB. Okay. Me and Poppers, you're glad. Hello there, Spence. How you doing, Spence? Thank you for joining us out there in the UK. Hope you're having a good day out there. Always nice to see you. Always nice to see people in other countries and everywhere else, of course. But it's really cool when you have visitors pop in from other parts of the world. I've been following community posts. Okay, for a little while now. Calabash. Okay, yeah, I think you said that before, Phil. Yeah, we are moving probably to. It's probably going to wind up being Florida more than likely. Um, we might still stay here. I'm not sure. But that's Pandora. And then let me get a little bit more close up here to Zelda. I think most of you know about Zelda. She's 20. She turned 20 a few months ago. The cool thing about Zelda is she is a diabetic cat. And we got little kissy kissies here, little licky lickies. Now, hopefully Pandora will be nice to Zelda here because she will lick her, but then the next moment she'll slap her. So she's a little, like, sometimes mean to Zelda, but kind at the same time. Yep, see? See? Exactly. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. You wanted to just lick me instead. But anyways, what I was talking about Zelda is she's diabetic, and she's been a diabetic for going on 10 years. Sometimes diabetes is a death sentence, but not always. With the proper care and just keeping on stuff, they can live a very long life. Jesse, going to Florida to teach them how to swim, maybe. Yes, I don't know how to swim myself. That's another hidden dark skeleton in my closet. I never learned how to swim. I can doggy paddle, but I would just float to the bottom and just that'd be it for me. Catitude, we are looking kind of in the general Orlando area. Probably not Orlando itself, but one of the suburbs. Excuse me, one of the suburbs of Orlando. Clearmont in particular has some good potential. We kind of like it that it doesn't seem like Florida. And what I mean by that is it's kind of hilly. Those who've been in Clearmont, they know it has some hills to it, so it's not flat like most of the rest of Orlando or rest of Florida is. So that's kind of what we're looking at the moment. In Clearwater, okay. Where is that by like Clearwater? Is that like by Tampa, St. Petersburg? Is in that general area, I think. Spence, has anyone know how old the oldest cat was before passing? I think Spence, I saw something like according to like the Guinness Book of World Record, there was a cat that was like 39 or something, but who knows if it's accurate or not though. Karma, you've been to is it Ocala, Florida? Because y'all know I'm terrible when it comes to pronunciating things. Maybe sometime I'll do a live where I'll show these cats, but I'm gonna show like some words and I'm gonna try to pronounce them and see how bad I can butcher them. That's funny. Hello there, Debbie. How you doing? The cats are cute. You got your 2-year-old curled up in, and she is a wet FIP survivor from Southern California. Debbie, that is awesome. FIP definitely at one point in time was a death sentence for kitties, but there is definitely some improvement though when it comes to FIP survival rate when it comes to wet and dry. What did she get like the GS stuff? I think it's called GS something. I can't think of the name of it entirely. What did she get to get cured? Tranquil. Adam say uacha, ucha, uchata. I don't know. All right, we're gonna go visit Max for a little bit here. I got to keep an eye on the time here. We're already at 40 minutes. What? We gotta go, baby. Baby, we gotta go. We'll be back. All right, let's go visit Mr. Maximus. Debbie, the GS, yeah, the liquid stuff, right? The shot for 84 straight days. Yeah, I heard that, but I'm glad that the kitty is better. All right, let's say hi to Mr. Maximus here. Hi, honey. Obviously, he's got his little shaved paw. Now, I think most of you know, but those who are new, Debbie, for example, and possibly Connie, because I don't know if Connie, if you know all these kitties, there are quite a few of them. Max here, tuxedo, male, newly diagnosed diabetic kitty. I was talking earlier that Zelda is a 10 plus year diabetic. Max here has been about 3 months now. Now, unfortunately, the diabetes has been a little rougher with Max because it's affected his walking. And his legs are kind of getting a little bit better, but he has peripheral neuropathy where you have weakness and you have muscle atrophy, and he's got a bit of a dirty back foot here, so we're gonna have to clean that up again. But overall, he's doing okay. KT, you had never thought about incompatible blood types could kill kitties. Yep, yep. Uh, Bruce, his curve that we did on Sunday, it was like this. It was basically like this. It was kind of a straight line, which isn't necessarily a good thing. So what we're going to have to do in about another 2 weeks or so, we're going to do another curve on him again. And depending on how that curve goes, we might have to change insulin because this insulin may just not work for him. So, ideally you want a curve that kind of starts here and then it kind of makes a U shape, right? That's kind of usually how you want to have a glucose curve to look. You start up kind of high, the insulin starts to kick in, about the midway point is the lowest, or the nadir it's called, and then you're going to go back up, and then you're going to get another insulin shot for the next 12 hours or so. Spence, any symptoms before the actual diagnosis? Now, Spence, are you talking about diabetes or something else? Jesse, is he's okay right now? He's lazy. He's normally a bit of a lazy kitty. I have lazy cats. We have lazy cats here. These are old kitties. Max is like 10. We don't have the young whippersnappers. Okay, so hang on a second. KT, there is something in a newborn kitten who I think a type B mother that has to close the gut and takes, interesting. Yes, so Spence, there are signs of diabetes. Increased urine or increased drinking and peeing, excuse me, is the biggest one usually. That's what you're going to see first. A lot of drinking and a lot of peeing. A lot of eating because their appetite, they can't control. They're always kind of hungry. So you're going to see more eating also. You might see on the coat here. Sorry, Max, I got to spin you around here. You might see some more dandruff on their coat. Max has got a little bit of dandruff here, but he's not too bad. Lethargy, you're going to see. Those are kind of your bigger symptoms, Spence. Sometimes vomiting. Hello there, Chris. How you doing? Sorry, I haven't said hello to you yet. Jesse, I thought you said he's going to be paralyzed. So it is a potential, Jesse, that over time there might be too much damage back here that's affecting his legs. He probably won't be paralyzed, but he may never walk like normal again, and that's heartbreaking. So like every time he walks, it just hurts to see. It very really hurts to see. Let me see if I can get him to walk for you. Come on, Maxie. Oh, come on, Maximus. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I mean, you can see this toe is kind of curling in because he's walking on his whole foot instead of just up here. Oh, and Spence, also, I did a very long, in-depth diabetic video recently. If you want to check out that video, feel free to sometime. It is long, though. It's like 25 minutes long. I go through a ton of information on that, if that's something you might be interested in. The good news, though, I mean, overall, Max is acting like himself after his dental. And hopefully once after he got this dental, his glucose numbers will kind of level off and kind of get a little lower. It is a potential that bacteria in his mouth could have caused his numbers being a little bit higher. Excuse me. Bruce, a senior kitty was adopted today. Awesome, Bruce. Awesome. I always love it when those senior cats get adopted. Oh, I also have news. Does anybody remember the last time we did some sponsoring and we sponsored Habanero? Does anybody remember that cat, Habanero? He was a younger guy. He was like about a year old, and he was FIV positive. So I noticed about a week ago he was not on the website anymore. He wasn't. He didn't get adopted, or nor was he like on the adoption list. So I reached out and I asked the person who I have a pretty good relationship with there, what happened with what's going on with Habanero, and she said he took a bit of a turn, not like a terrible turn, but he took a bit of a turn. So they took him off the website and they have him quarantined right now because he was struggling a little bit. Hopefully it's not a bad turn overall. And I will try to keep I'll try to keep contact with them and let y'all know what's going on with Habanero in the future. But just one of those things. Hopefully things will work out. Chris, Nature Dog, you gifted a membership to. I have no idea who Christine Brown is. I have no idea who that person is. But hopefully they will enjoy the membership for the next month. Yeah. That's the thing with gifted memberships. I'm thinking about turning off gifted memberships really, because half the time it goes to somebody I don't even know, and then they don't use it, they don't have any interest in it, and I never see them anyways. But I appreciate though the gifted membership though also, Chris, because that obviously that goes to help those kitties each month as well. Spence, he doesn't like to be touched on his lower right side either, as if it hurts. Had previous crystals and blood in his urine. How are his glucose numbers, Spence? Chris, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Sorry that I'm a little late here. I'm just kind of catching up on the chat here. Catitude, if you hang out there long enough and people keep on doing gifted memberships, eventually. D, leave the gifted memberships on, please. Okay. I will. Maybe the person will wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I have a gifted membership. Let me check out the channel a little bit and maybe become, an active member in it, which would be awesome if that helps. So anyways, so that's Mr. Maximus. Like I said, he's doing okay. He likes his chin rub, though. It's kind of funny. Earlier in the week on Monday, Maximus, he went under sedation for his dental, and then tomorrow I go under sedation for my for my procedure. But he's a good boy. He's a loving little tuxedo. Always think those tuxedos are very loving kitty cats. Spence not had him checked yet, but he needs to be checked. Yeah, definitely, Spence. And what they can do, obviously, some full blood work would be important, but they could also just do a spot, a spot, a glucose check as well, and just to kind of see where his number is at, or her number is at. Karma, how long do gifted memberships last? They last 1 month, 30 days. And then it's up to the person. They can either continue or they can cancel. All right, guys. Oh, Connie, you have a question? Does Mr. Max live? No, he does not. The reason, Connie, I'm going in and out of closed rooms is because of the last kitty that we're going to show on this live stream, Rosemary. Unfortunately, Rosemary does not get along well with these other cats. We have tried to integrate her with the others, but she has a hissy fit. Hello there, Icon. Also, I don't know if I said hello to you earlier. If I didn't, I apologize. But hello, hope you're doing well. Rosemary does not get along well with these other cats. So sometimes during these live streams, I have I have these other cats in rooms with closed doors because she would go nuts when she sees them. Hey, Maxie, I promise I'm not going to fall on you. I just need to get up. All right, Mr. Maximus. All right, let's go visit the little gremlin. Who I think overall is probably most folks' favorite. And I guess she's back inside. And she's sleeping on her bags. Why? Yes, I know. I have to wake up the old bag lady here. Phil, if at all possible, would we be able to sponsor? So, Phil, we did sponsor last month Habanero. If I don't know if we can re-sponsor him again. If he's not on the website, I don't know if we can, but I can definitely check into it because we probably could. Jessie, yes, she did go grocery shopping and she bought 5,000 cans of canned food. And she said it's all for her. Hi, honey. Get your backside, your bony backside. Hey, baby girl. Of course, it's always fun waking up the beast. Connie, Rosemary is estimated to be around like 16 to 18 or so. But to be honest, she doesn't act like it though. I mean, sometimes she acts like she's older than Zelda. But most of the time, she's pretty spry for her age. If she's actually 16 to 18, who knows? She's definitely a teen, though. And she is definitely skinny. She's only 5.5 pounds or so. Those who are familiar with the I Am Raven channel with Shelly, she has that new kitty, Ballerina. And I thought Rosemary was skinny and small, but Ballerina is like 4 pounds or something, 4.5 pounds. So Rosemary makes Ballerina, or Rosemary looks like a big kitty next to her, but hopefully she'll gain weight. Hi, Nettie. Yeah, Catitude, I agree. Very cuddly kitty. She's probably not used to, because she was a street cat, she's probably just not used to such affection, but she's definitely warming up, which is good. Good to see. Definitely has imprinted herself there, and kind of like Rosemary, I feel like has imprinted herself on me through these last few years. Phil, you know how hard cats with FIV are to find a living home. Most people have good intentions, but it is definitely a lot of work. I just thought it'd be nice to help. Yep, yep. Karma, on occasion we use the air purifier. I don't really need it, but on occasion, my wife will turn it on here and there. D, yeah, the recent short about the I think it was that hotel that was visited, and there were all those. There's like 30 street cats or something, and some of them were definitely in rough shape. You know, TNR programs. I mean, they gotta, you know, there's some population control is needed. If not, you know, there's just going to keep on having these dozens and dozens and dozens and hundreds of cats. They just keep on populating. Jesse, who's the most daredevil kitty? Yeah, I think my wife said Yoda, and I would have to agree with her. At least when it comes to the boys. Now, when it comes to the girls, uh, I don't know. Sometimes Rosemary is, but overall, I would agree and tend to say Yoda for sure. Raymond, you heading out? I hope you have a good rest of your night, Raymond. Thank you for coming in and hanging with us here, and I hope that that surgery that you have next month goes well. Bruce, not really. Pandora in her younger days was a little bit. Come here. Oh, was a little bit more of a daredevil-y, but since she's gotten old, she's gotten lazy. I mean, half the time, Bruce, when it's like feeding time for Pandora, we have to like get her out of the bed because she doesn't want to move. And we're not going to feed her on the bed. I mean, we do have some standards here with these kitties. We don't have a lot, obviously, but we had to have some. D, that is why I am giving support to the channel because you're trying to make a difference, even if it's spread a little across. Yeah, for sure. And D, you know, I mean, eventually, hopefully, like over time, uh, as the channel grows and as more people, you know, come in and want to become a part of it, we can expand those places, right? I mean, that would be really cool. Right now, KT, you're heading out. Ciao. Have a good rest of your night, KT. Appreciate you hanging here with us for the last little chunk of time here. It's been nice seeing you again. Karma, the one problem, like where we have the air purifier right now, it's in our room, and we've done that before. We've left it on like all night, but then my wife wakes up with like a sore throat kind of thing. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, what I was saying is, with as far as like rescue places go, I mean, right now we're able to give as a community to 6 places each month, and hopefully that'll continue, and hopefully over time, you know, it'll become more. You know, it'd be really cool is to be able to start making monthly donation, monthly donation to all of these places. Phil, how close am I to being monetized? Phil, I am monetized on this channel. But the thing is, though, Phil, to be honest with you, and this is like something that I feel like a lot of people who have a channel may not understand or may have a misconception on. To be honest with you, like being monetized doesn't mean much in the sense of it gets you supers, yes, but you know, people think they're gonna make like, you know, mega bucks on YouTube with like ads and stuff like that, and you don't really make a lot. You really don't. The bulk of the revenue generated from this channel are through supers and through channel memberships. AdSense is a very small amount. Are we going to show the Rosemary little hiney, her little asterisk there, her skinny little butt? Spencer, you found a stray kitten in the back garden that was diagnosed with FIV. You lost her after 6 months. Sorry to hear that, Spence. She was so affectionate. Vet advised her that you put her down, but you didn't have the heart to do that. And it's good in a way, Spence, that you didn't do that, because you gave that kitty 6 months of a good, loving life. So, you know, sometimes vets say, hey, it's better to put this cat down because they're only going to live X. But the thing is, they're just guessing. I mean, they're doing best guessing, and they don't know how long a cat or a dog is going to live. It could be 6 months. It could be 6 days. It could be 6 years. You don't know. But who are we to, you know, to make that choice? I mean, unless they're completely suffering and miserable and just, you know, just awful, just in an awful situation, then I don't think we should make that call. Jesse, FIV is feline immunodeficiency virus. It's basically cat AIDS, essentially. I'll go here for a few more minutes. We are about at our hour or so, but I'll go a couple of extra minutes just to hang out with y'all for a little bit more time. Because Rosemary, actually, I'll tell you what, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get Rosemary up in her room. Oh, come on.
Show off her present.
Come on. Come on, Rosie. Rosie, you don't eat out of the big bowl. You have a little bowl. We'll follow Rosemary up her stairs. She blends in quite well to the carpet. Or not the carpet, the flooring. Come on, Rosie. We can kind of watch her. She kind of sachets up these stairs. Karma, I appreciate the $10 super. Thank you very much. Those who have never seen Rosemary's room, I'm assuming probably most of you have. But because she does not get along well with the other kitties, we get her out as much as we can. But she definitely has quite a setup here, as you can see. I mean, we have a couple of water fountains. We have a lot of chairs. She has a desk for her spying. She's got her day bed. She's got 2 litter boxes over there. It looks like she left a present for me on the floor. You know, I steam cleaned these floors a couple of weeks ago, and just a week later, I got cats pooping and puking on the floor again. But you gotta love them. They really have us humans trained, don't they? Rosemary, I wish they were logs, but sometimes with Rosemary's poop, they're a little bit more like soft serve ice cream. So, yeah. I wish if they were logs, that'd be easy. I just pick them up, you know, kind of wipe down the floor a little bit with you know, a little bit of water, dry it off a little bit. But unfortunately, her poop is a little bit more smushy sometimes, and it gets matted into the floor. So, you know, we got some resolve that we kind of work it in and some other stuff. But kitties. Kitties. Y'all are crazy. Anyways, I'm going to start to head out. So I'm going to start saying my goodbyes to everybody. I hope that you all had a good last hour hanging with me and hanging with these fur balls. I appreciate the supers. That always helps when it's time for donation time. again, if anybody wants to become a channel member, if interested, just look at it. We have 3 different tiers. If you want to, you don't have to, of course, but just it's that extra support. Excuse me. Sharing out the channel is awesome as well. Letting other people know about this channel, it also helps. But I think beyond that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Let me answer this question real quickly before I go. Connie had a question here that I'd love to answer. So let me answer this question for you, Annie. Not Annie, Connie. Do you know why some kitties poop or pee outside of the litter box? So yes, Connie. Usually it's for one of 2 reasons. Usually medical. There is something medically going on with the cats. They have an illness. They have a blockage, perhaps. They could even be constipated. That's the thing about constipations. Cats still poop when they're constipated. That's the weird thing. Excuse me. So there are medical reasons. Now, beyond the medical reasons, it's behavioral. Behavioral could be like it's a dirty litter box. It's the wrong type of litter box. It's not the right kind of litter. The cat doesn't like the litter. It's scented litter. The location of the litter box. Is the litter box in a high traffic area? Does the litter box have a top on it? Does the litter box not have a top on it? So there are quite a few reasons on why that could be. Excuse me, Connie, but hopefully that answered your question the best of my ability for right now. Karma, you have heard that cats can get dementia. I wouldn't be surprised, Karma, that cats probably can get dementia, Alzheimer's, stuff like that. For sure, for sure. KT, I want you well, Adam. Speedy recovery. Don't know if it's appropriate to. Oh, yeah, KT. If anybody gets offended by you saying a prayer, then don't worry about it. I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe in people praying. So it doesn't worry. I don't get offended by it at all, KT. Just to let you know. If somebody else does, well, hey, that's life. you know. But anyways, I am going to sign out now. I hope you all have a wonderful night. If you're thinking about adopting a cat, maybe think about adopting a older cat. And until sometime next week, hopefully on Tuesday, I'll do another live. Again, I probably won't be on YouTube much at all, if at all, over the weekend. I will. Sorry, talking too much here. I will make a community post on tomorrow evening to let you all know how it went. And until then, God bless, take care, and we will see you next time. Thank you all for being part of this community. All right, goodbye all.